All right, everyone. So I just wanted to finish up the Christmas card, just show you the end result, how I put it together. So I already cut all the cardstock for this and, measured and everything in the last time I posted it. And I printed out the photos. I showed you what I did there. So now mounting the cards, there's a couple things I did use, and these are mounting squares. Basically photo mounts. They're two-sided tape. So you just take this like you would take it off, and it's sticky on this side, and then you peel that side off. So I would actually just put them on the back of here, on the corners. You can't even see. This is my photo backside. I would just take one of these mounting squares, put it as close to the corner as I can get it. That way it doesn't lift off. And in this box is like 1,000 pieces. You've used quite a bit already, so I think I got that at Joann's years ago. You could probably find it at Walmart or Amazon, but it makes it really easy to basically mount your photos to cardstock or something. Okay, so, and if you don't get it like right by the corner, that's fine. And these are pretty strong, so your photo is not going to go anywhere. So just to show you how it's going to look there. And when I place it down, I just kind of eyeball it. I don't do an exact measurement, but you can eyeball the borders on there. Another way you can mount your photo on there, besides using the mounting squares, is this kind of tape here. It's double-sided also. This is something crafters use to, again, mount photos, make journals. Like, for instance, I made this. This is a regular composition book. And let me take some stuff out of there. Oops. So this is what I've been using for my journal. It's a composition book that you can get at the Dollar Tree, but I actually buy them at Walmart during the back to school special. And I just printed this out, but you can get like design cardstock and just use this kind of tape and tape it on there. And so I did that. I actually never finished it because the inside, I did it with this camper cardstock. And I also made a pocket here. You could slide stuff in here. So like if I had a paper here, I could just slide it in there. And I actually did all this just using this kind of tape. And comes in different sizes, so based on what your project is. And I have, don't buy the Dollar Tree composition books because they're $1.25. If you go to Walmart, you can probably find them cheaper, especially during back to school sales. I think I got them for like 80 cents or something. And I bought some of those, and I'll go over that in another project, but just to show you what you can use all of this stuff for. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this, and just to show you how the end result comes together. So I'm going to peel these off. And this photo paper, it dries really fast. As soon as it's done printing, it's dried. I can grab it really quick and it won't smear the print, the ink. So you just peel that. Sorry if I get out of the camera here. All right, so now I'm ready to slam it down, and I'm just gonna guesstimate where it goes here. And I just get one corner down and just put it on there. Now, if you didn't use the squares, the mounting squares, and if you use this stuff, you could actually, on the back side of the photo, put it all the way across if you wanted to. So that's all there is to it. Now the photo is mounted. It's not going anywhere. The crease here, I usually use a card to really crease it, but you can see the photo is mounted. It's not lifting up. So that works really well. So there is, it's sliding down because I don't have the crease like I want it. Let me, or this is real slippery. Let's see if it goes on here. There it goes. This is real slippery. So there's the Christmas card. So I'm actually going to do that in a variety of colors. I've got purple, I've got a lime green, I think a yellow. I don't know if I have any blues in there, but that's how they're going to be made. That's how I make my greeting cards. And when I had my Etsy shop, I sold like greeting cards like in a set of 6 of different flowers, a set of 6 different birds, winter cards. So a lot of my winter photos I could, you know, make and sell throughout the winter as well. And basically you just write your own greeting inside. You could put stickers, embellishments, or whatever you want on it. But I know you can easily go to the Dollar Tree and buy a box of cards for $1.25, but I guess as a photographer, it just kind of means a little more to me to make them, and they're more personalized that way. So, and I handwrite all my greetings to everybody. So, so yeah, that could get tiring too. But I still love doing it. I think it looks really pretty, especially on the pink background. I don't have enough pink cardstock though. I'll have to see how much I got. And yeah, so that's it. That's my Christmas card. And I just have to put the rest together, get them written out. I might put little stickers or something in it. I don't know. it's what you want to do with them. Pretty easy to make them. So that's my Christmas card for 2023, and how I personalize them, I guess. All right, so now I'm going to talk about the Christmas tree a little bit and tell you about all the ornaments and things like that. So it's Christmas tree story time. All right, so let's move on to that. All right, everyone. So I wanted to just go over some of the ornaments on the Christmas tree. I know I showed you the Christmas tree, but I never really went over some of the ornaments that have been in Glenn's family for a lot of years. We're talking like how old are you, babe? 68? 60. I always age him 1 year. So he's 67 and he remembers these ornaments as a kid. So some of them actually almost even, I think, even came from his grandmother. So they were passed on from his mom when his mom died in 2008. And we ended up with a lot of the Christmas stuff from her. So yeah, I just want to kind of show you a mixture of the vintage and the newer stuff, and some of the stuff that Glenn got me when I first got here, our first 2 years of Christmas, back when we had a Christmas tree. And now that we have a Christmas tree again, I can put those ornaments on here. So I am just in awe over this Christmas tree. It's so beautiful. And there's times I just sit on the recliner at night with all the lights out, and I just, oh, it's so magical. Just the lights, the colored lights on the tree. And there's also colored lights around the 2 windows and on the holiday table and in the village. And we've just got holiday or colored lights galore in the house. It's so magical at night. If you just turn off all the lights, this whole place is lit up with just colored lights. So I just wanted to just go over some of these ornaments. So I'm just going to turn the view sideways in landscape mode so you can get a better view. So All right. I know, like I said, I already showed you the tree, but just to talk about some of the ornaments that we put on here that we've had, um, again, for years and never had anywhere to put them. So, and again, I want to thank Mimi for the kind donation to get a Christmas tree, and we're just so thankful, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I love this Christmas tree. I sit here in the recliner, not only just in awe over the lights and stuff, but just that we have a Christmas tree, and it just makes all the difference in the world during Christmas. So, okay, let's go over some of these ornaments. All right, so if you look at this ornament came from Glenn's ma, and I've never actually seen ornaments like that as a kid, but Glenn remembers many of these ornaments. So, like I said, many of them came from his ma, but some of them actually were passed down from his grandma. So yeah, that's pretty old ornament. So these are some of the ornaments that came from his ma. This silver one, the green one we had uh, back when I first got here. Our first 2 years of us being together, we did buy a Christmas tree the first 2 years, and I think those were the only trees we had. So, but like, look at this one right here. I've never seen an ornament like that. That came from his ma. And of course, this little blue snowman, so cute. The one I hauled from, was it the Dollar Tree or Walmart? And then, yeah, some of these, like the bell that came from his ma. And these huge ornaments. I think it says Merry Christmas on it. They're so beautiful. But these big ornaments also came from his ma. And this thing right here, we think it's a mushroom, but it's actually a clip-on. And look at that clip. That's an old clip. Now, Glenn remembers as a kid having clip-on birds as ornaments in their Christmas tree, right, Babe? Yeah. And unfortunately, we didn't get any of those, but he remembers birds that clip onto the tree. And this one here, also from his ma. Now, I remember as a kid having ornaments in our tree that they had like the indentations in there, the design like that. But yeah, we have a whole box of ornaments from his ma on here. This tree is full of ornaments. Like this one down here, that's from his ma. And this one was one of the ones we bought my first 2 Christmases here. And this one here is a Coke bottle, Santa. Now, I used to collect a lot of Coca-Cola stuff. I don't like Coca-Cola anymore, the taste of the soda. But again, going back to the first 2 years I was here, when we did have a tree, because my birthday is in December, Glenn got me a bunch of stuff for my birthday that had Coca-Cola, like Coca-Cola ornaments. This was one of them, and it says Coca-Cola on the back, but it's a bottle cap. And another one was this Coca-Cola bottle. He got me that. And this right here is a Coca-Cola polar bear bottle opener, but it's an ornament. He got me all that for my birthday in the first couple years I was here. So, but look at this one right here. This is a duck. And yeah, I wonder how old that is. You could see some of the paint coming off right there. But that came from his ma. And these right here as well. These little ornament balls that are attached to each other. It's just like a cluster of ornament balls, like miniature ones. And there's another one of those up here. This right here. This is just like a hanging cluster of ornaments, little balls there. And this right here is we have 2 wolf ornaments. It's a little heavier, so I had to put them back on the branches. Um, this set of 2 I had ordered years ago. Again, my first couple years here, and me and a friend placed an order with a company of a bunch of Christmas stuff, and we love wolves, and we collected a lot of wolf stuff, so I ordered us a set of 2 wolf ornaments. Ask if anybody's interested in wolf stuff, because we have the plates. Yeah, if anybody is interested in wolf plates, we have tons of wolf plates that Glenn collected and his ma collected, and they're sitting in a tote in the basement. So if anybody is interested in wolf plates, let me know. Drop it down in the comments. So yeah, we have tons of those to get rid of. But this is a little miniature birdhouse with a snowman. I got that at a craft store years ago. And we have some fishing ornaments too. So we have this fishing lure. And this right here, it says "Gone Fishing" on the bobber. It's a fish there. So this ornament, Glenn's friend, it's a buddy of his that he's known. How long have you known Dan? Oh, God. Since mid-70s, probably. Yeah, he's been buddies with this guy since the mid-70s. And I don't know how many years ago, he left this ornament packaged up in our mailbox for us. So that was really nice of him. So yeah, we got just a few fishing lures. Like right there, there's another hanging lure. So a lot of these, like the fishing lures, the Coca-Cola ornaments, we had in our decorations. And then when I pulled out our decorations this year, I'm on, oh, we have a tree to put this stuff on now. That was so cool. So I just started throwing everything on here. And this is another Coca-Cola one he got me. Big bottle cap. So I hung these on here. And these are small. These are miniature ornaments, but they're Thomas Kincaid scenery, winter scenery on there. And it was a set of 4. And I love Thomas Kincaid Christmas and winter scenery style photos. And I saw these at Walmart years ago. And even knowing we weren't getting trees to put them on, I still wanted them for that one just in case year that we would get a tree. So this year I was able to put these on a tree. So yeah, it was a set of 4 Thomas Kincaid photo ornaments. And then now let me tell you about these candy canes. They're all real. These are all real candy canes on the tree, and there's a lot of them on here. But we won't eat them because they're from my first couple years here. Yeah, when we got our Christmas trees, when I got here, I didn't want fake candy canes. One thing I always wanted as a kid to have this, and I wanted real candy canes on the Christmas tree. So, and a real Christmas tree. Yeah, Glenn grew up having a real Christmas tree every year. I grew up having an artificial tree. So when I was a kid, I always wanted to have that like Christmas with the Christmas tree and the smell of the tree and real candy canes. And so when I first got here, I felt like I was in a Hallmark movie having all the real Christmas tree and the real candy canes and all. And I went crazy buying decorations to decorate for Christmas because I never had that as a kid. My mom and dad didn't decorate. They gave, they put up an artificial tree, but they never put out Christmas decorations. We never had Christmas stockings or anything like that. And maybe that's why I go crazy during Christmas and that I love so much Christmas stuff out. It's because I've always wanted it and never had it as a kid. So to me, I was like living the Hallmark dream. I was in a Hallmark movie, uh, just having all this. And that's why I do what I do, I guess. I love Christmas, if you can't tell. So, yeah. Um, let's see what else. But you kind of get the gist of the mixture of ornaments. I love these little camper ornaments. Oh, and these little trees. But the old ornaments really just bring a good mixture to the tree. It tells the story of Glenn's childhood and mixing it up with the new ornaments, and it's just, yeah, the tree is absolutely beautiful. And then we have the ornaments from Leanne, one down there. Oh, and these were ornaments that we bought when we had a Christmas tree. Now, I got here in 2003, in January of 2003. So our first Christmas was 2003 and 2004 that we had Christmas trees. So that's when, so even some of these newer ornaments are old. They're about 20 years old. This is back when Kmart was still open here, and they've been closed for many years. So even that I speak of these newer ornaments, they're actually, I guess you can consider 20 years old vintage maybe. So so yeah, some of them are that old, like this one is, and the red and green one with the snowflake. Some of these candy canes are that old. I just put it out when Christmas was over. I just put them in a bag and figure we'll just use them for the next year. And then I usually just buy a little box that we eat throughout the Christmas season. But yeah, and then there's a huge ornament that came from his ma. Yeah, I'll show him those too. But this type of ornament, it's plastic, but it came from his ma, so we don't know how old these are. But his ma, he remembers those as a kid. So that's pretty amazing. And this candy cane here, this was a Hershey. I don't know if it was a mint chocolate candy cane, but yeah. And this, again, from his ma. Like many of these are from his ma. Things like this. These are just, I don't remember ever seeing these as a kid, but those are his ma's. Yeah, he said that's just a thimble full of what they used to have when they were kids. This is the ribbon I took the picture of for the Christmas card. But yeah, I just kind of like to tell the story of our Christmas tree. And let's see if I'm missing anything over here. But you kind of get the idea of how we really wanted to mix the tree with really old ornaments and vintage and newer, like this star. This came from his ma. It's plastic, but this too. So everything we had from his ma, I put on the tree. So there are tons and tons of ornaments on here. This Santa Claus topper we bought back in 2003, 2004 when we used to have a tree, and he lights up. He's got a light there, and you just take one of the bulbs out of the last string and hook it up to Santa, and then he lights up. Do we still have an angel anywhere? I don't know if we have an angel. We used to have an angel that would probably be almost 100 years old. Okay. So Glenn said we used to have an angel. I don't know if you could hear him in the background. That is could be about 100 years old. So again, he's 67, and many of these came from his grandmothers, you know, so that's how old they are. But it's just a beautiful tree. Like I said, there's many of nights I just sit here and stare at all the lights on the tree, and you can just shut everything off and just look at the tree. The camera does not do this tree justice. It never captures the colored lights as they are. So, yeah, I'm so in awe over this tree. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, just love it. Now, let's speak of the fur babies and the Christmas tree. Now, I know some of you were curious because you had asked how do they handle the tree. So when I first brought the tree in the house, of course, their natural instinct is to check it out. So all three of them, even Prissy. Now, Blackie and Prissy are cats, are older now. They are what, 17 maybe? I have to look again. I have the year we got them, they were born, but they're, I don't know if they're close to 17 years old or 18 years old. And they came from the same litter. We rescued them from outside, and there was a third one, but he had passed shortly a few years after we bought this house. He had kidney disease. I used to give him a shot of fluids every night to get fluids in his body. I did that for a year almost. And then his kidney disease came back and took over, and he passed, sadly. But anyway, so Blackie and Prissy are older. Sometimes you can't tell with Blackie because he runs around the house like crazy. And he's the curious one. Prissy even checked out the tree when we got it and brought it in. But then she was done after she saw it and she checked that out. She was done with it. She does not go to the tree at all. She doesn't try to do anything. Neither one of them have tried to climb into the tree like we had fears of over the years. Blackie usually goes around the bottom of the tree, and he likes to like rub his cheek on things. So he'll rub his cheek on a branch or even start to chew on it. But Gypsy, gypsies are a disciplinary dog for Blackie. She always lets us know when Blackie's doing something that he shouldn't be doing. So when Blackie goes to start chewing on the branches or the wire, she'll run up and like nudge him with her snout, like, you know, you're not supposed to be, and then she'll let me know that he's doing something wrong. She's so funny that way. Even when Blackie jumps on the counter, Gypsy will run over there to check it out, and then she'll come and get me to let me know Blackie's on the counter. It's so funny. You would have to see it to believe it, but the most Blackie has done is he just like rubs his cheek on the, but I always gotta just kind of chase him out of there because I don't want him eating needles or accidentally scraping his eye or anything with the needles. But that's the most that's been done by either one of the cats. Oh yeah, I'll tell him that in a minute. But Gypsy, on the other hand, she doesn't now. This tree has not been knocked over, it has not fallen, but her tail gets a lot of action in the tree. So she'll come around right here, she'll turn around, and her tail will be wagging like crazy and just swatting the ornaments here. None of them have been knocked off, surprisingly, but she like her tail would just be whacking the ornaments and they'll be swinging. But you know, it's all about having fur babies, right? So yeah, she's done nothing. She doesn't try to drink the water. She doesn't try to like go in the tree to drag anything out. None of the fur babies have tried to take off the ornaments, which we're very grateful for. So we've been very lucky that they are well behaved around the Christmas tree. So the tree drinks a lot of water. I think it was Chris who asked if or mention to make sure I water a lot. I do water a lot. I check it every day. Sometimes I can go like one day without watering and it'll still have water, but I always like to make sure it's full to the top. We did start off with sugar water, and I've been just adding regular water, but I always keep it full. I check it every day. So yeah, I am paying attention to the water. It hasn't dropped any needles or anything, only when I had to pull it back out to fix the whole light situation. But other than that, it doesn't drop any needles. So everything's good with that. Now, what's missing on this tree is the first two trees we had together. We used to, I don't know if some of you might remember, those loose strands, they're called icicle tinsel or whatever. You just get them and you throw them on, there's my hand in front of the camera. You would just flick them on the tree and they would just dangle off the tree. They were silver strands. I always call them, I think they're called icicles. So we always loved that on the tree because it just gave it such a sparkle. But we and we used to have a husky. His name was Yukon. We had two. Well, they were Glens before I got here, but anyway, when we used to cover our Christmas trees in that icicle, our Yukon would go under. He would walk as if this was a tree, but he would walk under the tree and just to get the icicles on his back, and he would walk out and he'd be dragging icicles on his back. But it was funny. But yeah, the only thing why we didn't get icicles for this tree this year is we didn't want Gypsy or the cats eating it, because Blackie will pick up stuff and try it. And Gypsy's a little curious about that stuff too. So we didn't want that. And the cost of icicles, cannot believe how much they are now. It was, back then, they were like 99 cents for a box of 1,000. Now it's like almost $9. And we said, no, the tree looks good as it is. So yeah, that's kind of the story of our tree. And it's so beautiful. Like I said, the camera doesn't do it justice whatsoever. Just sitting here in the recliner in the dark with the lights off, and all you see is magical lights on the tree. The whole tree is just magical. Thank the person that bought us the lights too. Yes. Not only thank you to Mimi, but the other person who sent us the lights does not like to be recognized by name. So, but I know who you are, and thank you so much for the lights as well. I don't know if you guys could believe this, but there are 1,000 lights on this tree. Yes, we had a couple extra boxes and strands from last year, because even though we didn't have a tree to put up, I always put lights around the windows, around the kitchen, around the archway, and you'll end up seeing all that as it comes together, but it's all up. And yeah, so thank you both so much for the donations to the tree. Oh yeah, we just love it. It's yeah, and I said a 6-foot tree at the most, so I can reach the top. But there we are. Our ceiling is almost 8 feet tall, but that's okay. It just makes the room that much brighter and magical. So yeah, so I just kind of wanted to talk about the tree and the ornaments and everything that we put on it. So unbelievable that I still can't believe we have a Christmas tree. I sit on the recliner and just look at it, and I can't believe we have a tree. So yeah, I think we'll start saving over the winter for our tree next year, because we do real trees. The smell, you could not believe the smell of the house when we brought this tree in. It smelled so good. Oh, you walk in the door and all you smell was the tree. So good. Yeah, and one of the other reasons we never got a tree at during the years past is at the time we had 8 cats. We rescued 8 cats, and that's more of a handful in the Christmas tree. We had some curious cats, so I think we definitely would have had some tree knocked over or something. But our cats are older now, as you can hear Prissy meowing. But that is the story of our Christmas tree. And I think after having this one, I don't like to plan years ahead, but I can't see us not getting a tree every year hereafter. So again, thank you. Thank you both for the kind donations to the Christmas tree. I wanted to share the stories with you. And over here by the tree, I have this shovel. As you know, I love snowman. And this was a birthday gift from Glenn's brother-in-law and sister some years ago. Brought this over for my birthday. And he has since passed. But also, I made these stockings. Well, I didn't make the stockings, but I got the stockings and I put our names on this years ago. This had to be same time that we had the tree. So these are years old. I always put the stockings here, and with the tree here, it looks so good. And these 2 sleds here, this is a green one. The coloring's off a little bit right now. Let me see. Oh, okay. I just put the flash on the camera. But these 2 sleds, it just has the last name and the year 2006. And Glenn got me these for my birthday in 2006, obviously. I saw those on eBay and I wanted them. So he got them for me for my birthday. We didn't have a tree, but I had sleds to put on the wall for decoration. But yeah, but that's the story time for now. It's been a long story, so if I bored you, sorry. But we're excited to have this tree, and we just wanted to share that with you all. So that's our Christmas for today, and that's going to do it for this video for today. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch our videos. I appreciate all the support. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time.